Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in today. Today I want to talk a little bit about why yo-yo dieting and fad diets should be left in the past. It's time to break free of them. It's time to stop wanting to go for a quick fix and wanting to embrace sustainable, healthy habits that last a lifetime. So let's get started. If you've ever been one of those people who have felt like you're on a constant roller coaster with your weight, losing a few pounds, gaining them back, you are not alone. And yo-yo dieting, fad diets, they promise those quick results, but they often leave us feeling frustrated, exhausted, and right back where we started. So now's the time to say goodbye to that vicious cycle. First things first. Let's unpack yo-yo dieting and let's talk about the fad diets and, why it is so detrimental to your health and well-being. Yo-yo dieting wreaks havoc on our metabolism. When you drastically cut calories or when we eliminate entire food groups, your body goes into a survival mode. So it slows down your metabolism to conserve energy. This metabolic slowdown can make it even harder to lose weight, especially in the long run. And it's easier to regain weight when you resume those normal eating habits. Not only does it wreak havoc on our metabolism, let's talk about the emotional roller coaster. It is crazy. So when you go into a yo-yo diet, what leads you there? Usually you're looking in the mirror, you're feeling frustrated, you're maybe weighed yourself and you're just feeling at wit's end. And so you look online, how to lose 10 pounds fast. When you Google that, the things that pop up online are quick and easy ways to lose weight, fad diets, yo-yo diets, whatever those are. And when we go into them, we're often feeling shameful, we're feeling guilt, we're feeling frustration. And then we get into this and maybe we lose a couple pounds over the first couple weeks and we feel good. And then when we start to, miss food or want certain foods, or you're going out with your friends, you can't eat this and you can't eat that, or you're so hungry that you're drinking bone broth. And then you're like, well, I can't eat anything because the diet says I shouldn't eat anything. And let me tell you, you should never be in the place that you're so hungry that you can't eat. In that time, I know that we feel so passionate, obsessed with needing that change that we will almost do anything to get there, even starving ourselves. Starving ourselves is not a good thing to do. Stop it. Not only does it put our body in this situation where, it's in survival mode, but we create a really unhealthy relationship with food. And, whether you become obsessed with it or obsessed with, wanting something that you're not allowed or shouldn't have. And then, it also has a punishment and reward rather than nourishment and enjoyment. And that's where a lot of my clients that come to me, whether they grew up with a specific way of eating, whether it's through yo-yo dieting, fad diets, the relationship with food is more of that punishment, reward. I was good. I was not. Food should not be used as oh yeah, I was good. I ate healthy food. So, I was good today. Were you? How did you feel? Did you have energy? Did you eat enough? Did you enjoy the food that you ate? When we talk about fad diets, they often eliminate essential nutrients or food groups, which can lead to a nutrient deficiency and health complications over time. Restrictive eating patterns can also disrupt our body's natural balance and leave you feeling deprived rather than satisfied. When we talk about short-term solutions like those fad diets, they promise the quick weight loss, and they rarely provide long-term results. You never hear past the 3 months, past 30 days. What happens after that in those diets? What happens? I bet if you've done them before, you know what happens. You gain that weight back, or maybe you didn't even make it to the end of that diet. And weight regain is a very, very common. Not only do you sometimes gain what you lost, but you gain more back because you feel like You've been so deprived, but now you've kind of opened the door to all the foods that you haven't had, and then you just overeat, right? And then again, you feel that shame, that guilt, this, and then it leads you back to going on to another diet. And that's not healthy when we're so obsessed with food and, what we can and can't have. That's not a way to live. Weight management requires lifestyle changes. That when I say lifestyle changes, these are changes that are for the majority of your life. If you are changing something in your life and you don't feel that you can sustain it the rest of your life, probably shouldn't be doing it. If it is something severe, like you have to give up peanuts and you love peanuts, but if you eat peanuts, you're probably going to die, another thing. And that's where, whatever, that's reaching, but that's where I talk about when we need to restrict foods. Those are the times that we need to restrict foods. When we want to embrace sustainable habits, we need to look at shifting our focus from yo-yo dieting, the fad diets, to sustainable, healthy habits that support long-term health. So what does that really look like? To me, that is focusing on whole foods. So prioritizing nutrient-dense foods like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains to help nourish your body and provide it lasting energy. With this, we also want to incorporate mindful eating. So tuning into your body's hunger and fullness cues. So this is really important. A lot of the time, if someone has a poor relationship with food, or we've gone into binge eating or restrictive eating, a lot of the time we're taught to ignore those hunger cues, because if you're hungry, that's when you, yes, you need to be a little bit hungry to lose weight as you're in a caloric deficit. But these fad diets are putting you in such a deficit that you are starving yourself. It is because they're getting those quick results. Not sustainable and not good. So when we're talking about mindful eating, like sitting down, absorbing your food with your eyes, starting that visual cue with your food. As soon as you look at your food, you should be excited about what's in front of you. If you're like, wow, that's not a lot of food and I'm not looking forward to choking down some boiled chicken and rice and broccoli, well, then maybe we need to change what we're eating so it's something that we're looking forward to eating. Because if you're enjoying what you're eating, you're going to feel way more satisfied. And if it's nutrient-dense food, you're going to feel satiated for longer too. So really cueing into those hunger cues when you're full, being mindful when you're eating, when you're slowing down, you're chewing your food, you can really, recognize when you're getting full rather than if we're in that kind of binge cycle. You're just eating so quickly, you're not really understanding how quickly you're eating. The mind and the gut are not connected and you're just shoveling food in as fast as you can because, you don't want to, your eyes don't want to accept what you're eating. And so you eat so fast and then you're like, oh, I didn't really eat anything. So you want to eat more. That's a very vicious cycle. And if you've been there, you understand that. And it's hard. It's a hard thing to really slow down and practice that mindful eating. But you should. Savor your meals, make conscious choices about what you eat so you feel good. Another thing about being mindful is being in tune with how foods make you feel. It's really, really important. If you're eating foods that just don't make you feel good, meaning if it doesn't give you energy, if you feel like you need to lay down on the couch, then those foods are probably not the best foods for you. We want to embrace regular physical activity. And this doesn't need to be, I need to go to the gym 5 times a week. Maybe going 2 to 3 times, walking, doing some yoga, maybe some dancing at home, finding activities that make you feel good inside and out and not being used as a form of punishment. The other one is, seeking support. Surround yourself with like-minded people that are wanting to be healthy, living a good lifestyle. Being in a supportive community can really help you feel more aligned with the healthy goals and healthy habits that you have if other people have similar goals and habits alongside. as well if you're needing support or accountability, or if you're just not really sure where to start, or if you're feeling very overwhelmed with the information that's out there, reach out to a nutrition coach. For myself, my nutrition coaching, it's not just about nutrition. It's not just about putting the food in your mouth. It's about lifestyle changes, finding if you have specific obstacles around food or a different food relationship, then we really visit those obstacles, that relationship. And if you have an all or nothing mindset, we do work on that as well. In conclusion, yo-yo dieting and fad diets offer a quick fix, but they come at a price. And that cost is your physical and emotional well-being. So my recommendation is to ditch the diet and finding a lifestyle that nourishes both your body, your mind, and your soul. And remembering that your health is worth investing in for the long haul, not just trying to lose a certain amount of weight as quickly as possible, because you're probably not going to feel good. But if you invest in the long haul, you'll be feeling good. Your body will react to that and you'll lose the weight naturally. So if you're ready to say goodbye to yo-yo diets and fad diets, smash that like button, subscribe for more tips on healthy living and sustainable habits. Share your thoughts and experiences and comments below. If you have anything to share or add, love to hear it. Eat to empower and fuel yourself for life. Take care. Talk soon.